In the heart of the Australian outback and in the center of the country is an area called the Red Centre. Here you will find the magical Ayers Rock, the magnificent Kings Canyon, and a vibrant town called Alice Springs. Australian soils are very thick and millions of years old and contain high amounts of iron. The iron has oxidized through millions of years of weathering, resulting in the fiery red landscape that you see today. Ayers Rock is one of the most identifiable attractions in all of Australia. No matter how many times you've seen photographs of it, nothing prepares you for its enormous size. This massive sandstone monolith is sacred to the native Australians and rises 1,200 feet above the outback floor. It is almost 2 miles long and is believed that 2/3 of the rock lies below the surface. At sunset, the rock is illuminated in bright glowing oranges, which then fade into a charcoal as the sun sets. We're on a bus in the outback on our way to Kings Canyon. Kings Canyon is one of the most spectacular sights in Central Australia and is sometimes called the Grand Canyon of Australia. It is a large gorge carved by a river that flows only in the wet. After climbing a 300-foot rocky cliff aptly called Heart Attack Hill, we hiked around the rim of the canyon. We trekked through the beehive domes of the Lost City, formed by 20 million years of wind and rain erosion. Lilliput is a miniature city within the Lost City and was once used as a backdrop for a movie about Gulliver's Travels. We walked down wooden stairs to the valley floor to visit the Garden of Eden, a Jurassic Park-like oasis with permanent water holes and lush vegetation. Central Australia was once a vast ancient sea, where you can still find fossilized remains of ancient sea creatures. On our way back, we stopped at Curtin Springs, a working cattle station and a roadhouse facility. This is Alice Springs, which was chosen in 1870 as a good location for a telegraph repeating station to be built as part of the new overland telegraph line, which was to connect Australia with the outside world. While originally thought to be a spring, it is actually a semi-permanent waterhole and was named for Alice, who was the wife of Charles Todd, who led the construction of the new telegraph line. Today, the Alice Springs Telegraph Station is a historic museum commemorating the first telegraph message ever received from the outside world in 1872. The station operated 24 hours a day until 1932, when operations ceased and the site was converted into an education facility for mixed-race children called the Bungalow. Standley Chasm is a striking geological formation and important cultural site. We visited at high noon to watch the sun illuminate the canyon walls. This is Simpson Gap, a stunning gorge in the West McDonald Ranges carved out over millions of years by a river that rarely has any water today. Alice Springs is a true Aussie outback town with its sweeping horizons, burnt red dirt, and rugged mountain ranges. And so we bid farewell to Alice Springs from the top of ANZAC Hill, a memorial to fallen Australian and New Zealand soldiers of World War I.